Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at what is a lookup relationship in Salesforce. If you're taking your admin exam, this is something you're definitely going to want to know. There's going to be questions about it on the exam, maybe even multiple questions. The links for this article from Salesforce is in the description, as well as a link to a trailhead exercise you can do on object relationships in Salesforce. But if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I put out new Salesforce content each week. And let's go ahead and jump into this thing. So a lookup object links two objects together. Lookup relationships are similar to master detail relationships, except they don't support sharing or roll-up summary fields. Both of those are true in master detail relationships. If you watch my other video that just came out, you probably already know that, because you can create roll-up summary fields like we talked about with the account contact. The contact information can roll up to the account. But with a lookup relationship, you can link two different objects, link an object with itself, except for the user object, because it's a hierarchy type relationship. For example, you can link a custom object called bug with itself to show how two different bugs are related to the same problem. Now it has a little note here: lookup relationships from objects related to campaign member object aren't supported. However, you can create lookup relationships from the campaign member object related to other objects. When you create a lookup relationship, you can set these options: make the lookup field required for saving a record, requiring it on the corresponding page layout as well. If the lookup field is optional, you can specify one of three behaviors to occur if the lookup record is deleted. So you can either clear the field, clear the value of this field. So that's the default setting. So clearing the field is a good choice when the field doesn't have to contain value from the associated lookup record. You don't allow deletion of the lookup record that's part of a lookup relationship. So if you have dependencies built on the lookup relationship, such as a workflow rule, this option doesn't allow the record to be deleted. And then you can delete the record also. So available only if a custom object contains the lookup relationship, not if it's contained by a standard object, because you can't delete standard objects out of Salesforce. However, the lookup object can be either cut standard or custom. Choose when the lookup field and associated records are tightly coupled and when you want to completely delete related data. For example, say that you have an expense report record with a lookup relationship to individual expense records. When you delete the report, you probably want to delete all the expense records too. Now there is a warning here, and all these are great points. This will come up on your admin exam when you're taking it, and also this cascade delete thing will come up as well, so just be aware of it, and I'll read through it now. So choosing delete this record also can result in a cascade delete. A cascade delete bypasses security and sharing settings, which means users can delete records when the target lookup record is deleted, even if they don't have access to that record. To prevent records from being accidentally deleted, Cascade Delete is disabled by default. Contact Salesforce to get the Cascade Delete option enabled for your org. Cascade Delete and related options aren't available for lookup relationships to business hours, network, lead price book, product, or user objects. Now I have never messed with the Cascade Delete before. We don't have that enabled in our org, but it sounds scary. So when you define a lookup relationship, you can include a lookup field on the page layout for the object and create related lists on the associated object's page layout. For example, if you have a custom object called PTO request and you want other users to link a PTO request with the employee submitting the request, create a lookup relationship from the PTO request custom object with the user object. Now, if you played in a Salesforce org, you've probably seen those when you're on an object. So normally it's got a little magnifying glass. You click it, you can search that user and link it to whether it be an account, or in this case, like custom object called PTO request, you can link it to the user. So if the parent record and a lookup relationship is deleted, the field tracking for the child record doesn't record the deletion. For example, if a parent account is deleted, the account history related list for the child account doesn't show the deletion. You can't delete an object or record in a lookup relationship if the combined number of records between the two objects is more than 100,000. To delete an object record in a lookup relationship, first delete an approximate number of its child records. When you delete an object used by a lookup field, delete the field too. To delete both the object and the field, use the Meta API with a delete manifest that uses purge on delete, or use setup in the UI to delete the field first, otherwise the object can't be deleted. That's a great call out. These are some great bullet points. These will come up on your admin exam, so make sure you read through and understand them. Another great resource is this trailhead exercise. On here, it goes through, what are relationships? It's got some screenshots here. This is talking about the master detail and like the roll-up summary fields here. Got a lookup relationship. It goes into the detail and some more little pictures. And it actually has an exercise too on creating a custom object and then how to create the field. But in Salesforce, I already created a custom object here. And this is called Sales Team, the one I created, as you can see. If you go to Fields and Relationships, you hit New right here. You have Lookup Relationship. So it creates a relationship that links this object to another object. The relationship field allows users to click on a lookup icon, that's the magnifying glass, to select a value from a pop-up list. The other object is the source of the values in the list. So if you are studying for your admin exam, make sure you understand this, play with it, set up a few different objects and do different relationships so you fully understand and are able to answer those questions, because they will be on your exam. But if you found this video informative, please make sure to give it a like. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.